This is the one we're going to be I'm gonna show y'all how to do the zip ties if you've never done them before. You're going to make sure that the flat end is up toward the ceiling. You're going to take it down one hole and up the next corresponding hole. Very easy. Depending on what petal you do will depend on whether you leave the petal open or if you go ahead and close it. For the poinsettia, we are gonna go ahead and close it because our petal will go just right in there. We can zip tie it and we're done. So once again, flat part of the zip tie goes up toward the ceiling, stick it down one hole, stick it up the next corresponding hole, and go ahead and zip tie those closed. We do all the way around on row 2, 3, 4, and 5. These outside rows are just for your leaves, okay? So once you get all your zip ties loaded, all you have to do is close them all, and we can go ahead and start our flower. So for this, like I said, the red is 10 by 10, and we are just going to do the traditional sunflower petal for our poinsettia. So we're going to do it with the curved side down. You're gonna turn it into a diamond shape. You're gonna take one end and scrunch it right up to the next corner, just like that. And then you're going to flip it up. Now you wanna try to make sure that when you stretch out your petals, they are even, or as even as you can get them, okay? Then all you have to do is take your end, and it doesn't matter where you start, but you do want to start on the outside row and work your way in. So we're just going to stick it in that zip tie, kind of arrange your petal where you want it, and then just zip tie that right end. I generally use a finger width as my guide to make sure that most of your petals are all about the same all the way around, okay? So I'm gonna show you that petal again. Curved side down, diamond shaped, and we're just gonna scrunch from one end to the other, just like that, and then flip it up. Now this mesh is gonna fray a little bit. That's okay because we can clean it up when we're done. So then we just take it, stick it right in that zip tie and zip it shut, just like that. One cut. Now from here, what I'm gonna do is, because we're adding the balls, the ornaments to the inside of this, I am going to go ahead and we're gonna flip it over. That way we can go ahead and add our leaves onto this poinsettia, okay? So we're gonna just flip it over. Now here are where you're gonna wanna put your leaves. Right here, you'll see at the top, you'll see 2 additional holes side by side, and that's where you're gonna put your hanging either string, twine, ribbon. I generally use zip ties. So we will go ahead and just put our zip tie right in there, just like that. That way when we go to hang it, that's what we're gonna hang it from, y'all. Okay, now for our leaves, we're going to do these leaves a little bit differently because we are working on the very outside of the board. So we're going to, now I did cut these petals 11 inches, just a little bit bigger so it comes out a little bit further so you can see them a little bit better. So we're going to take our zip tie. We are still making sure the flat end is up towards the ceiling, and we're just going to go in the hole just like that, okay? So we are leaving this zip tie open because the way we're gonna add the leaf is going to go right in there, and then we're going to zip tie the leaf right in there just like that, okay? So we are doing the same fold that we did the petals, just like that. Now, what I do is I like to add, now you can stop here and just add the one leaf. I do like to add 2 leaves to mine. So I do have some already, the rest I already have ready to go. So basically, I'm just going to put one on top of the other, or you can put them just like that, whichever you prefer, okay? I already have it like that, so we'll just leave it. So remember, when we turn it upside down, we're now working from the bottom of the board. So you wanna make sure that your leaves, when you put your leaves in, the good side is face down, because that's the side that's gonna be showing. And then all you're going to do is kind of tuck that corner right down under the board, between the board and the red mesh. And you're going to just zip tie it in just like that. And then when we flip it back over, we can adjust our petals, okay? So I usually do 3 sets. You can do the entire board. You don't have to do leaves at all. You can do, you know, whatever you want. Messing with it, it'll stop fraying, y'all. So there's our leaves. So you can see they stick out a little bit more because we cut them a little bit bigger. Otherwise, you wouldn't hardly see them. Okay, now we're gonna work on our senna. So what I've done is I've got these ornaments, and I take the tips off, and I do hot glue the tip right back down on it just to make sure it doesn't pop off, okay? Then I just take a pipe cleaner and I fish them through that pipe cleaner. So just like this. So then you just have all of your ornaments on the pipe cleaner. Then you're just going to kind of arrange them how you want them. Normally I do, let's see if I can get them working the way I want them to work. Let's get that out of our way. So that's generally how I use them. So I do 5 on the bottom and 1 on the top, okay? So after you get that done, all you have to do is, if you can see, we're going to be using some of the same holes we already have our zip ties in. So just pick whatever 2 corners you want your pipe cleaners to go in. And kind of snug them in there. I will go ahead and just, you want to make sure that you clip off the frays that are gonna happen.